What is going on YouTube? Chrono here and welcome back to another PSO2 video. So today we've got a quick little update video, nothing too crazy going on. So we didn't have really maintenance this time around, and I mean the event kind of started out of nowhere. So as far as like update news goes, not a whole lot to talk about. So we're just going to jump directly into this. As you guys can see, actually I'm currently in base PSO2. For those of you guys who are still playing base PSO2, first off, shout out in the comments. I know a lot of people really still like base. That's kind of like what they really liked about PSO2. If you guys stick around to the end of the video, I'll show you guys the gear that I actually ended up finishing base PSO2 with. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this. Alright, so here we are on the NGS site, and man, after trying to make sure I have everything together for this video, I actually plan to do a video talking about how I would improve this website, because there are just some things that don't make any sense, and I probably will talk about it a little bit here, but it's a whole conversation for another video topic. But wherever we gather this information is always from the NGS website, so ngs.pso2.com. So in case you guys don't want to wait for me to make a video about it, in case you just like reading it up yourselves or gathering your own information, you can always find that information there. Start things off, we have pre-announced urgent quests. Now this is going to be kind of like doubled up information because of the way they kind of structured this, I guess. Actually, let's do this. We'll pull this over here and start here. So starting today, we have ring out the old and ring in the new boost event. We've got 5% augmentation boost rate. That's kind of nice if you are doing anything like augmenting, let's say mastery, and you're doing the whole strat of using a single mastery cap, but you may want to wait on those since mastery caps might be available very soon. Also have enhancement success rate plus 40%, but this does end on the 10th. This is just this week, so it depends realistically on if you're still making your gear, how much this actually matters to you. Recommendation, it depends, right? We're kind of speculating what gear, if we're going to be getting any gear or weapons coming up anytime soon. So if you're in the camp of people that feel like we are going to be getting something soon, I would wait. But if you feel like, we're probably not going to be getting anything that upgrades anything that we're using at the moment, go ahead and take advantage of this augmentation success rate bonus. Definitely very, very useful. Pre-announced urgent quests with twice the augment capsule drops, which is this article here. I'm not sure why there wasn't an article for this, but there was an article for this. I honestly feel like the article for this just existed to show you what the actual scheduler was, but I felt like that could be something separate, honestly. But pre-announced urgent quests with twice the augment capsule drops, and they show us exactly when all the urgent quests are going to be popping up, so you can plan exactly which urgent quests you want to jump into, along with movie concerts and regular concerts mixed in. You can see all the different stuff that's here. I'm not going to roll through all of this, but you can scroll through on your own time. I'll make sure to leave a link in the video description directly to this, that way you guys can get a hold of it. The event scheduler, I still feel like this is a crime against humanity. I would love to see something like this pop into like a proper Google Calendar, something along those lines that we could take advantage of, like putting into another device, our phones, our computers. Would be super awesome. But alas, that is not the case, at least not that I have been able to find on my end. But you guys can see a few things starting up: the pre-announced urgent quests, as well as Reminiscence Collection 3, and then Remix Line. Remix Line, unfortunately, they don't actually have this on the site. This is one of those things I was going to talk about, where I said that there are definitely really good ways to improve this site. We don't have a way of looking at stuff outside of game. I don't know why. For a short period of time, they did have these where you could see what was in the scratch, but they just stopped doing it and removed them. Really, really popular site that I used for a very long time back when I played primarily just JP. Bumped.org. It's now bumped.org/fantasy. It was like bump.org/PSU blog, I believe for. But either way, I said PSU. Oh yeah, PSU blog. It was PSU blog. And they wanted to move away from that because it existed, I probably want to say, during Universe's time, and then just kind of moved into Fantasy Star Online too. So they probably just wanted to get away from that. Now it's bump.com/fantasy. So this website's super useful for checking out things that are over on JP. And they just happen to have the same scratches as this time around, so we can take a look at some of the stuff in this scratch. We've got some Fighting Panda stuff, actually some pretty cool things that are mixed in here, nothing too crazy. The big ticket thing here, I want to say, if I scroll down, these boots are really good, but I did notice, and it's possible it's not the same for ours because ours came originally from an AC event, but Rappy Sneakers is here on the scratch count, and if it is there, I might have to scratch on this because I still need one more set of Rappy Sneakers. But if it's not, then, hey, people who are still holding on to Rappy Sneakers to sell them, you still have your money made. So super cool there. And this is kind of an example of what I was talking about beforehand. We used to have a way of like just looking at scratches, and right now Bump's the only one who has this, and I can't show you guys the other scratch that's here because they don't have this. The Reminiscence Collection 3 is for global only. So it's kind of a pain in the neck. I can't show you guys everything that's in that, but it's something we can show you guys in game at the very least. Well, the other thing we have is this really nifty New Year's art. I like it a lot. It's really cute. Shows the author. Their favorite PAs are multi-launch and homing darts. Multi-launch. Multi-launch? Let me know in the comments what that actually is. But this art is super cute and I like it a lot. That's really it. That's all we've got as far as updates go. Go out there, do your urgent quests when you're ready to, and prepare for that new combat zone because, man, we get back one of my favorite bosses and it's going to be really fun. But like I promised you guys, I would show you my gear that I have in my base character. And in case you guys are just here for the updates, like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to keep up with more. Toss in the comments if there's anything that I possibly missed or anything you want me to know about. And I will check you guys out next time. Take care. Peace out. But for those of you guys who want to check out the base game gear, in base game I played Etoile. Here are my units. My units basically were maxed out, minus a single augment. So when I say maxed out, I mean this is the strongest set of units I could get for my class. Gave me the most main set I could definitely get a hold of. It wasn't the strongest defensively or strongest PP wise. Technically, there was a different combination of units I wanted to use, but I didn't need the extra PP, and I played Etoile as my main class, so I definitely did not need the defenses. Offense is pretty much the name of the game for me, so I pushed as much of it as I possibly could, since that's where realistically this class was falling back compared to the other Scion classes. So full Naver was amazing, loved it. Gives me the most offense I could get out of any units, and then I had basically a god unit set up. Guardian, Aether, Mana, Absolute, Crack, Anger, and Might. Some people opted to go, I believe, what was it? I can't remember the name of the augment, but it was an all-stat augment setup, as opposed to, was it opposed to Crack? No, Crack was all-stat. I don't remember exactly what it was. It might have been opposed to one of the Grands, maybe, but it was more of an all-stat setup, but this was the most damage I could get out of my unit setup. Weapons were just as insanely augmented, so Lightweave Claws with Augment Will 2, Precision Will 2, Precision Will 2 escalating in Lightning on my Soaring Blades with Guardian, Might, and Divine. These are priced, if you actually set this up to be augments moved over, we're at 200 mil a piece. So I have 3 of them. So yeah, we definitely were planning properly for this setup when it came down to it, so I wasn't really too concerned with getting my weapons and units set up. I also have an Ecclusio for buffing myself at the very start. This is also used for PP recovery. This is my PP battery weapon. I have a Trailblazer cane that I use for movement, as well as PP reset. So this is also PP recovery, has the most PP I can augment on it at the moment, or at least that made sense. So these are like basically my 2 PP batteries, and then a Sign Burn was primarily for Endless, which I'm sure if my buddy Nico's watching this video, he still wants me to do. So still have the weapon. It's probably worth like 1.5 bill at this point in base game, but figured it'd be kind of fun to show you guys a little bit of an extra since we don't really have a whole lot going on in today's update. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got for you guys today. If you like the video, toss a like, it does help out. If you dislike the video, hey, by all means, toss a dislike. Comment if you guys wanted to go ahead and let me know about anything that I might have missed, and I will see you all next time. Take care. Peace out.